And I think I'm live. Okay. Really, alright. It's showing good for me now. It was weird for a second. That was a quick load. Couldn't think of the word. Alright. I have not played since the update for um what's it called? Urgent Underpass. I've not played since that update. It has been a while, to say the least. But I'm already off to a good start. I'm so used to playing ranked with the platforms. Oh, jeez. I really wanted to kill him. Oh, jeez. Okay. Not the best first game. Oh, how do you know? That's upsetting. I'm definitely throwing the most on my team. There's no doubt about that. And I almost swam right into that bomb. Ink back, come here. I suck. I suck. Where's connected to the street? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Wow, we won. First game was quick, so maybe the second game will load quick too. hopefully. I don't even think I used Zipcaster that first game. I feel like thinking the Splatoon ink looks tasty is something you should learn not to do in elementary school. Like eat Play-Doh. The ink looks really much, it looks a lot like paint to me. Well, I mean, I guess it is paint, so I'm 6 minutes into a stream and I already said something dumb. Okay, that's a fair point. You didn't say you were gonna eat it, just that it looks tasty. I don't think I'm going for 6 hours today. I think I'm just gonna go for like 2, by the way. How was my day? It was good for the most part. There was a few things that weren't that great. Like, I messaged a friend from elementary school that I haven't spoken to in years, and he didn't remember me, and he was just like super mean. So then I just started being mean. Well, first I was being playful, but then I started being mean back to him. Like, he told me KYS, and I was like, "Aw, dude, I'm secretly kissing you too." Just like being sarcastic. And at some point I just got fed up with it and started roasting him even worse. How was your day? Oh, we are losing badly. Good trade. I think that was worth. What was that dude's problem? So I sent him a thing on Instagram. This is what I sent him. It quite literally had a picture of the Sonic 3 poster, and I said, it said, not to be flirty, but I would watch the Sonic movies with you. So I sent that to him with nothing, and he was just like, I don't know if this is like a word I'm allowed to say, but he called me a flag without the L. And the weird thing is, I am actually friends with his sister now. Like, I've been talking to her. I went to the gym with her today. Like, I just added her to my friends list. Like, people I hang out with and talk to. And she remembered me, and I barely talked to her when we were younger. But I don't know what it was with him. I remember the Kirby's Dream Collection from yesterday. You're forcing him now, or like you forced him to? I think I'm warmed up. Fun interactions? Yeah. Well, I used to, I was saying that I have to be the best man at his wedding, even though I'm not invited. And something tells me that there's no chance of that happening. But at one point he did say, and this is when I ended the conversation, because I was like, if I keep going, I'm just gonna be annoyed. But if I stop right now, I feel like I'm not actually annoyed at him. I was just messing back. And it was when he sent the message, I hate, and then flags without the L. And I was like, oh, dude, you hate yourself? That's so sad. And he was like, funny guy, and I just never replied. You did earlier, so how... I feel like, isn't there several generations of Ninjago? I heard they got political at one point. They're on season 18? I thought that there was different versions. That's insane. Because I remember, I did watch some of the episodes when I was a kid. For them to still be making new episodes is insane. Like, at what point do you not stop running out of ideas? Or wait, no, I said that backwards. At what point do you like keep making ideas? Because I feel like you would run out. Oh, jeez. Okay. That makes sense. When did they get political? Well, let's just say I might have taken a second to look at your channel, even though I don't normally. But I was just like, I was really curious. Because no matter what time I stream, you always seem to be here, which isn't a bad thing, but I was like, what does this guy do? So I looked at your channel and I saw that video. I'm very glad to have you here. Don't take that the wrong way. Wait, I wasn't even in. I just had to get out of there. April Fool's Day? I didn't look at the upload date. But I did notice that was kind of different from the content you normally make. So I was a little intrigued by it. I thought my teammate was green for a second. I'm so colorblind. Maybe I should make an April Fool's video. I don't know what I'd make though. Oh, I did have a very weird 1,000 sub special that I was like, didn't want to do, but I was like, maybe I will make it just because it's a special milestone and that's all I had. But I don't know if I want to make that. Ah, jeez. That was useless. Completely useless. Maybe I should take a few more games to warm up. Please go up before me. There we go. No shot we win this, but ugh. Scary, scary. I just hit my mic. No! That was so close. Alright. You mostly make thoughts on shows, movies, or games. Okay, I remember something about Modern Family, and then I think The Godfather. I think those are the two I remember. I'm trying to focus on being disciplined instead of motivated to focus on YouTube. Like, I'm trying to make July a good month. And I was sitting around just doom scrolling on my phone, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I stream? So motivation is definitely hard to get consistently. I coincidentally stream when you're not doing anything. That's crazy. Um, Probably, I probably meant The Good Place. They both start with G. It, whichever one is, I think it's like 100,000 views. Okay. I was gonna do Turf War, but my teammate, I carried my teammates, I feel like, in that last round because I almost made the comeback. So I think I'm good for ranked. Bro, the first videos are always like so bad. My oldest video up isn't even my my first video. And I'm thinking about taking that one down too. Cause it was so bad but it did make me realize how much more effort I need to put into writing scripts and checking to make sure I know what I'm saying, because I got a lot of information wrong on accident, even stuff I knew. Oh, jeez. They have a jetpack, they have a jetpack! I like that it's always Splatoon that I make the noises in. Because I didn't make the noises in any other game. And your Ninjago video was pretty funny. It reminded me of Solid JJ, if you know who that is. Aw. Okay, you know who he is? I do like his content. I wish they were a little longer. But I guess when you post weekly, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, I should not have continued. So, if you notice, I'm not really reading your messages out loud, and I'm not just saying these long messages. I'm trying to take the time to kind of think about what I say a little bit more, and I'm also trying to work on not moving around when I speak so much and speaking more into my mic. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I figured there was a chance that it would be noticed. Especially because I don't feel like in real life I don't act. I probably act like 10% as fruity as I do on stream, because I'm just so nervous that I'm acting weird. Not that fruity's weird, it's just that it's not how I normally am. Okay, we take those. Gay is your coping? Not necessarily. Okay, that worked. That is a crazy statement, though. I do want to stream more often, though, or just more in general, because my birthday stream was the first time I streamed, and then I've only streamed what, 4 or 5 times in the past 2 months now, because I randomly streamed the 100%ing New Super Mario Bros. Wii one sitting in May, and then don't think I streamed in June. I streamed twice in May, but not in June, I think. Oh, one other thing is I'm trying not to talk to just myself so much anymore. Because I feel like I'm mumbling when I do that. Oh jeez. I'm dead, yep. Seven kills, but only, not only, but 4 deaths. Time to go game it. Thank you. I know, in general, I'm kind of in a weird position with my channel because a lot of people don't expect my videos to be as well as they are when they click on it because I'm just above 1,000 subscribers, but they're not by any means perfect. I am always still learning things. In my last video, I learned how to do green screening, and I forgot how to do it, but I still am. I know I have the ability to do it if I want to. And I've learned how to change streaming titles, and there's other stuff I can do, like here. I didn't know that was a feature earlier until about a few streams ago. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, I'm gonna end this because I think that's messing up the chat. Character development? I like that way of describing it. I definitely don't think my dad understands a lot of it. See, to him, I'm just kind of always doing one continuous thing. I wish I got the double kill. I mean, you can ask me anything. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer everything. Although, knowing you, you'd probably just ask me questions about Mario characters that are very hard to, like, aren't well known, very uncommon. What is this? I don't even know what just happened. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm pretty confident we just won this now. Well, it's not just the fact that you knew Camella, but it's also just you know a lot of weird things that I felt like I knew a lot. I knew Bowser had a brother, but I could not tell you just off the top of my head that Bowser's brother was in the Lost Levels. I guess I should change my outfit a little bit. I am educating you. Maybe I should run my scripts by you. I don't really want to wear sunglasses, but... Oh, okay, this is a cool mask. How how do you think you can add Bowser's brother to any topic? So if I told you that I was making a video on uh hmm trying to think of who would be the like hardest Mario character to connect to Bowser's brother. Okay, if I told you I was making a video on Baby Rosalina, who's only in Mario Kart games, how could you find a way to relevantly include Bowser's brother? Okay, you that was way too quick. That also I don't know if that would really work. I feel like that would just kind of interrupt the pacing a little bit. Unless that's like the intro. I'm locked in. Okay. Connect. See, some characters are just really easy to connect. Like the Koopalings, you can just say they're nephews. And I guess Wendy's niece. I'm sorry, I keep putting false words into your mouth. I think in my mind it's just like if you're gonna add Bowser's brother, then it should be in a way that flows. But yeah, you didn't say that. So that's on me. Okay, that was pretty good. Alright, connect. Mm. I'll do a few more. Connect Wario to Bowser's brother. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna start thinking of the next character. When you need extra ink, just use your special. Ooh, that almost killed me. Alright, think about it this way. I don't want to make Bowser's brother part of my branding. It would be funny, I will admit that. I don't, it's not that I don't hate happiness, it's just that I want to be reliable. Oh, I didn't die at all, nice. And good at storytelling and mentioning something completely useless repeatedly is just not. I still want to hear you connect Wario to Bowser's brother. And then I'll ask one more character, and if you can connect all three, I'll admit defeat. Wario is okay. Okay. Connect. Hmm. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. This is just reminding me of that time I told a friend to connect Squid to Squid Game. Just being funny. You know, all you had to do was say squids are in the name, whatnot. And he spent 5 minutes going on a side tangent saying like 30 different things. and how they're all connected. Okay, here's the real challenge for you. Because technically, they are in Mario games connect Inklings to Bowser's brother. I keep hitting my mic because I don't play other games with motion controls. Oh, I'm just dead here. Ants? How do you go on a 10-minute rant about ants? I'm just impressed about that. Like, was the rant all from stuff you know, or did you Google stuff like how many ants are in the world and whatnot? Nope. How dumb they are? You know, I don't think that's a bad thing. If you want to do YouTube, being able to talk a lot about stuff. Ah. Anthropomorphic animals? Hold on. I'm Googling this. Yeah, yeah, you got me there. I will say I do like that you didn't just say something like Inklings are in Mario Kart, Mario's also in Mario Kart. Or no, sorry, Bowser's also in Mario Kart. Bowser has a brother. I like how they were all straight up one and done. Do I win $10 million? No. I made 12 cents on 6 hours last time. I don't have $10 million to spare. Do you need $10 million to retire? Because I can retire without being a millionaire. Plus, I could always just gamble away the money and have to come back from retirement. Well, that landed perfectly on me. What am I doing? Mm. Nice. Oh, what? I didn't expect someone to be right there. Sorry, I'm messaging a friend. Alright, let's hear it. What's the question? I'm not answering that. I'm not reading that out loud either. My answer is neither. No, I just said it's neither. It's not both. I don't think I'm surprised. I said neither after thinking about it for a second because I was like, there is an answer I could give here, and it's just not either of them. Saying I'm not answering makes it sound weird. God, this killer whale, Bro, everything I just witnessed around me was mass destruction. Oh. When I realized I was getting shot at, it was too late. If I ever make a community post that's like a ask me anything type thing, because I doubt I'm gonna make a Q&A video, I'm gonna make sure to leave a pinned comment that says no Mario attraction questions. Yeah, you can. Bro, did the sniper really miss? Oh, okay, it's actually a bow, not a sniper, so that explains it. Yeah, our spawn looks good. How am I like already almost at an hour of streaming? Nice. Oh, not nice. Squad wipe? No. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Why is Samus the next series you go to? What? Oh, okay. That's a fair enough point. Oh, what was your cat's name? I know you told me before, but I don't remember. I don't even remember what letter it began with. Ducky? Isn't that the one that watched it last time? Or was that a different one? I feel like Ducky was a familiar one. Most needy. Honestly, I feel like needy cats are the best. Oh, I'm dead. Something I should probably work on for streams is not sounding monotone. I definitely struggle a lot with recording audio because I sound monotone in a lot of it. Oh, almost. We're not winning this. I'm the only one alive on my team. You're gonna... Okay. I'm gonna need you to explain this one to me. You're gonna add drink energy drinks to my scripts. So, like, I'm telling people to drink energy drinks? I... Is that how that works? They... Alright, how to stop being monotone. Pitch, pace... I don't think... I don't think energy drinks would help. I also just don't drink energy drinks. First day on the shop, I'm already fired. Maybe that was your plan all along. Speedrun getting fired. Alright, we're gonna move on. Oh, it's this guy again. Oh, he got me. What? Alright. Oh, okay. Sure, buddy. Just out of curiosity, how many hours do you have in Mario Kart? I need to turn my ringer off. I also played the 8 version on the Wii U, but do you think you have at least 200 hours? Nice. All part of my plan. Probably. Well, then it probably would actually be kind of close. The only thing I think would maybe be the difference is how much Mario Kart YouTube you watch. Because I don't watch that many Mario Kart YouTubers. And I know some of them teach how to play the game. And how to do well. But first, I gotta 1v1 the Rock. You don't do insane shortcuts, and it would 100% be even. I'm not sure I could win. I don't. You would probably beat me, but I would have a chance. At least. If not, win. Alright. What? Well, hold on. Did I kill with the bomb? Oh, jeez. Nice. I will now clip the part where you say I would win. You're just gonna... You're gonna make a Rayquaza out of context video, I swear. Hey buddy, nice try. Wait, can you clip live streams? Yes. Yes, you would. You would absolutely. And that emoji sells it. Alright. This might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna go back into ranked. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Bean, I thought you were a ghost. Ghost with the milk. A dead bean? Okay. So, is it like the ghost with the most beans? No, okay, so when I first said it, I was like, I could not remember your username. And for some reason, the ghost with the milk just sounded right. And I still laugh about it to this day. I think what made it so good was the fact that it was not at all on purpose. Oh! It's the map, Urchin Underpass. I don't think I've played on this map since it's been released. Wait, technically this is the only map to be in 3 different games, I think. At least 3 official Nintendo games, I'll say that. And I could still possibly be wrong. I just tried to go for distance. Honestly, it's not a bad name by any means. A lot of the names I come up with, my friends are like, they just call it dumb. You can always change it. That's all I'm saying. Oh, what? I'm the only one alive. That's not good. That's really not good. I don't know how I feel about the fact that there's no ramp there anymore. Oh wait, I can make a new short because Urchin Underpass got added, so I can see if you can cross it in a straight line. Well, now I know what I'm doing after this stream. I would love to see that rebrand. Oh, this is such a close game. Dang it. I ran right into him. Oh. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna pee real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, goes for the most. I got a really weird question for you, but I need to prove a point. So, okay, hold on. First of all, what did you say? That makes it sound like I'm your parent. Anyways, here's my question. So, yesterday I was out. I went off with my cousin, hanging out with him because he's moving at the end of the month. Him and his family are, and so I wanted to hang out with him before he moves. And one of the things we did was go bowling. And one of the games we played, I was doing terribly at, and he was beating me by like 30 points. So I went up to this old guy and I asked him if he could coach me and give me some advice. And Lord and behold, the next time, he watched me and gave me a pointer, and I wound up getting a spare. Right? So here's my question: Is this part weird? I asked him before I went for the spare if me and him could clash bowling balls for good luck. It was just an innocent question. I just said, can we clash balls for good luck? He said no, but my cousin called me extremely weird for that. That's kind of weird. How? Okay. I need an explanation for how this is weird. I'm just asking for him to take his bowling ball and like hit it against my bowling ball for good luck. I see nothing wrong with asking that. Well, that's your fault. It's not my fault for asking such an innocent question that gets you thinking like that. No, I wasn't thinking about it while I was using the bathroom. I thought about it on my way back because I asked my friends on Snapchat and only one of them responded, and he said that it wasn't weird, but no one else responded. So I was like, you know, why don't I go ahead and get another person's opinion on this? Well, okay, the thing is, anytime I ask that question, they always take a second, because I've asked this question multiple times. They always take a second and they're like, what did this guy just ask me? And I always clarify, bowling balls. And it's always after I ask them for advice. And typically they're nonchalant about it. And if they're not, that you know, they just say no, and I'm like, all right, well, thank you for the advice. It's not weird, is the thing. Is to me, I don't think it's weird. Anyone else I've gone off with has found it funny, but hasn't thought it was weird. No one has said to me that I've asked. No one said, "Hey, Rayqueezer, this is a weird question you are asking me. Why are you asking me this?" They just either say, "Yeah, sure," or "No." The only person that has thought this is weird so far, besides you, that has told me they think it's weird, is my cousin. And here's the worst part, is the way that he started telling me it was weird was because I told him that out of all of my friends, I'm probably the most controlled and like least likely to say something awful. And then he brought that up. All you're hearing is skill issue? Exactly. It's a skill issue for him. Because he thinks it's weird. Oh, there's one guy I did ask not to clash bowling balls with, but I asked him when after he gave me advice. Because typically when they give me advice, that's when I try to lock in to be like, oh, it worked. And I asked him afterwards, I'm like, so can you give me some advice with the ladies? That was the only other question I've ever asked someone, and he laughed at that, so he didn't think it was weird. I have thought about it. I'm still a little on the fence about it. My thing is, I don't know, like, what would work even if we agreed to do it. Because just doing the Mario Kart 1v1 to me, I feel like is not uh something I want to do. But if it was like more interesting or something that would be made into a video, then I'd maybe be more willing to do it. But I'm not sure yet. And I've also thought that maybe we could just add each other on Switch without adding on Discord. But I'm still, it's only been a few days, so I'm still not too sure. Oh, dang. I'm not trying to just turn it down. It's just like such a hurdle for me to do this. Oh, sweet. Dang it, I almost got the Rainmaker. If I ever do decide that I want to do it, I'll probably just reply to a comment, or maybe even leave a comment on your videos. I'll probably just reply to one of your comments. Oh, I just got shots. like, on site. Oh my goodness. I'm just playing so terribly right now. Alright, I locked in for a second. Oh jeez. We still got a good lead, so I was that a squad wipe? Oh, we have a DC. Okay, here's a follow-up question to the bowling thing. Because I also had this discussion with him. Me and him played 4 games of bowling, and I won the first one and the last one, and he won the 2 middle ones. But I feel like the first game is the most skillful because it's like you're not warmed up. It's your true skill. Like anyone with enough practice could bowl a perfect 300, right? But who is gonna straight out of bed bowl a perfect game of bowling? I feel like that should be what counts. I guess that's not really a question. Miko, I won half the games, and my total score was 5 points higher than his. Plus, I actually threw one of the games that he won. I don't understand how that could be coping at all. Get up there! So, is that how you view it? Because then by that logic, there's gonna be someone that completely fails. Or both fail. Being evil? Okay. Please kill. Yes, okay. I don't know. I am hopefully going off with them one more time. So maybe we'll do a tiebreaker game. But what's funny is the one game I did say that the loser explodes on was like the one he absolutely destroyed me on. Like I said, loser blows up, and he got a strike on the first frame. Why have I not exploded? Well, I never said when I explode. Or how I explode. I could explode in Minecraft. Or some other game and not real life. Okay. Boo. That's gonna be your question on my Ask Me Anything, is when am I going to explode? Oh, I thought I died. Alright, good news is they have to pretty much bring the Rainmaker deep into our spawn. Okay, yeah, we won. The Ninjago video where I sit through all 18 seasons. That that's definitely on the list for sure. I thought about doing another, not like in place of this stream, but in general, I thought about sometime in the future doing another playing all 96 Mario Kart tracks in one sitting, but I don't actually play it. I just turn on auto accelerate and smart steering. I feel like that one would actually take 12 hours. I don't want to reveal my videos just yet. I know it's not like there's anyone that's trying to steal them, but honestly, for that stream, I would probably have to have someone in, like one of my friends in a Discord call or something. Every stream, if you're not here, I'm pretty much talking to myself until about like 3 hours in when the Mason and Master GX join. Except for like the occasional people popping in. The only thing that terrifies me with having friends on is just that pretty much none of them know how to behave. I feel like just about all of them would slip up and say something that they shouldn't. Oh, dude, I wasn't looking. No, I don't mean suspicious things. I mean like straight up. I cuss maybe 3 times a stream, if that. Like I've worked on controlling myself, and they haven't. They also could say some stuff about me that I don't want out there. I know I once, before I started making videos where I read a script, we're gonna destroy this game. Before I started reading videos where I read a script, I had a friend that was gonna be in an intro, and quite literally, we recorded the intro 20 times, and all 20 times he accidentally said my name without even meaning to. Also, one of my friends, when he plays games like Siege, he gets very mad and says a lot of stuff. Do I have any sane friends? Yeah, but none of them know about my channel. Okay, there's like 3 categories of friends I have. I have actually I'd say probably like 4. I have friends that know about my channel, which only 3 of them know. I have friends who know I do YouTube, but don't know, that was so terrifying, but don't know what my channel is, which is where a good bit of them fall. Like, there's not really much they can do with the knowledge that I make YouTube videos. Then I have friends that might suspect, but they don't actually know that I make YouTube videos. And then I've got friends that just have no clue. And that's like the majority of my friends. Oh, that guy got really far. No! 5 away from beating him. That was such a good game. It's already over. A lot of my friends are, to put it nicely, very stupid. Anyways, new rotation, I think. Oh, I'm not gonna do that, YouTube. Yeah, there's something about them. You know, honestly, maybe it's me that's the problem, not my friends. Because now that I think about it, a good bit of them are good people, but they do something really weird to me. You hang out with? What? You hang out with. I'm guessing you mean like you are who you hang out with, like you base your personality based off the 5 people you're closest to? Is that what you mean? You hang out. Okay. It's what I was talking about, right? You base your personality based off the 5 people you hang out with most? Or something along those lines? Okay. This one's a little personal, but I had a friend who I don't talk to anymore for reasons, but I used to see her like a little sister, except she would always send me pictures of her feet, and I kept like not like yelling, but I kept telling her to stop. And then I think I said the story about how I went to Winn-Dixie to get chicken, and two of my friends just started grabbing my boobs. Well, okay, to her, it was like funny hearing me like tell her to stop. So that's why she kept sending them. I think she threatened to one time, and I was like, and I told her not to, and she thought it was so funny. I'm, I'm assuming that's why she did it. I'm really hoping it's not like she had a fetish. And then the other two that started grabbing my boobs in Winn-Dixie. What? So one of them's actually the person I was talking about earlier, who I used to talk to in elementary school. And now I'm talking to his sister. And so I told her about how one of my close friends that does know about this channel would just sometimes, while we're like hanging out of nowhere, just reach over across the car seat and like grab my boob and like stare at me while he squeezes. And I was like, I just let him because I don't know. I'm not bothered by it. And she was like, now I want to do it. And then the other friend, it's like he was close enough with me to where when someone's harassing me, he's gonna step in, but he's not gonna step in to help me. No, he's gonna help the other person. It was, I think, 4th of July. Because I found out that Winn-Dixie was open. I thought they were closed for the 4th. And so I went in to get chicken because I was making a crock pot recipe. And then they just started to grab my boobs. They were groping me. And then what was really funny was the fact that I didn't... Okay, what was it? I said something along the lines of stop, and then I looked at my friend, not the girl, the guy, and I said, you keep going, but I didn't say his name. So she was like, all right, sure, and she kept continuing. You know what's really funny is I actually have someone that says like the exact same thing about my lore, but he uses my actual name. So he pretty much also says the Rayquaza lore goes crazy. First one of the day, what? I could have sworn I said the Winn-Dixie story the other day. Oh, sorry, I had to burp. Wait, so why were you surprised about it then? Oh, okay. Yeah, the boob one happened very recently. The as I actually had her name in my phone as Foot Freak. Happened pretty much a year ago. Bro, someone didn't freaking hold their corner. Oh, also now I'm thinking about. So this was a proposition I made for my friend because he like really did not want to be working there with the holiday. He, there was like 7 people in the store maybe, excluding workers. And so this was my idea. If I picked him up and just never set him down and carried him out of the store, he can't get fired for leaving because then I would just be kidnapping him. But he wouldn't file legal, like he wouldn't press charges on me about it either. So that's like a legal loophole for me to get him out of work without him getting in trouble. Oh yeah, well, it's like weird things, but they don't really bother you enough to, like, even though I thought it was so weird that she was sending me pictures of her feet, it never got to the point where I sat down and I was like, Foot Freak, you need to stop. I definitely preferred her not to, but it wasn't like a thing I minded enough. I'm just saying, I come up with really great ideas, and I feel like most of the time they go unnoticed. Oh, Jesus. That's an ouch moment if I've ever seen one. I guess. Bro, that guy just lasered me. Squad wipe! Squad wipe, let's go! I need ink. You know, you're not wrong. Life can be unfair. Like, I'm probably not gonna get paid 12 cents this stream. I'm probably only gonna get paid like 5. Honestly, I feel like out of every Mario character that should be in more games, I think Koopa Kid had a lot of potential, but it's just too similar to Bowser Jr. Alright, let's see how much progress I've made so far. I've made about 20,000, I think. A little bit more, maybe. 26,000, I think. I don't have the thumbnail pulled up. I have to, like, look at my phone. Koopa Kid's dead? I don't know. There's always a chance that Nintendo will just randomly bring back a character or do something with them. Two D Mario was dead for a while. And then Wonder came back and it's still kinda dead, but I'll take a double. Even though my teammates didn't kill anyone. Alright, so now I'm curious. Is Bowser's brother your favorite Mario character? Or wait, no, it's Bowser because you think he's the hottest. You specifically, no one else. Why am I the only one alive? Why? I'm just dead now. I'm like Koopa Kid. Oh, what? $2. Thank you. Hold on, hold on. I want to finish. All right. Bowser's brother gives you a good luck kiss. You know what? I will give that a heart, and I will accept that kiss for the money. Genuinely, thank you so much. I did not expect that. Yeah, it is pretty funny that you just randomly brought up Bowser's brother again. But let me put it this way, okay? You might not be the only one, but I think most people would disagree or are not thinking that. I can't do anything with. I also play as Bowser Jr. typically in spin-offs. I really like him as a character. I don't really see why people don't so much. I guess they just kind of associate him with the Koopalings. I like that we're getting more characters though in the games. Like in Wonder, you could play as any of the Toads, Peach, Daisy. And then I know in Mario Kart World you have a lot of characters you can play as. You're making a video that's a detective parody where you try to figure out what happened to Bowser's brother. That actually sounds pretty funny. I feel like that might actually get views. I know what happened to videos typically perform pretty well. Hold on, I gotta take a picture of this. My first donation. I'm very honored. Bowser Jr. is a very fun character. His boss fights are usually awesome too. Yeah. I feel like his appearances are better than they Koopalings are. I think the biggest issue with the Koopalings, is the fact that there's 7 of them. So you pretty much have to do all of them or none of them. And like including Bowser Jr. in games like Mario Kart and whatnot, it's just a one character inclusion. And there's typically worse options that people don't like more. Ah. also, it's really hard, in my opinion, to make the Koopalings feel unique. I think the Paper Mario Color Splash did a good job at that, though. Especially Roy's fight. Who you want as the villain? I feel like you want to do kind of a twist, but one that's not completely unexpected. But that's just me. That's like what I would do. I also know the scripts on my videos are really hard to make. I'm doing this next video a little bit differently because I'm still working on it. And what I'm doing is I'm going to kind of write out the details for the most part and then try and clean it up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna change my outfit again back to what I had on originally. But I definitely Color Splash I think is a good example. The Bowser's Minions and Bowser Jr.'s Journey. I'm not as familiar with them. It's been a while since I've looked into those. Or not. I've looked into Bowser Jr.'s Journey, because I'm pretty sure that wasn't that one the one tied to the 3DS port of Bowser's Inside Story? And then okay, what game do you think the Koopalings are at their weakest? I think that's an equally important question. There's a part of the Bowser's Brother video I will really like. All right, you'll have to let me know when that releases. Yeah, it was the side mode. All right. I don't think I've never played the side mode because it's a side mode and I don't really want to have to rebuy Bowser's Inside Story if the version on the DS works fine. But I don't think I've ever heard of Bowser's Minions. Well, let's just get out of here. Bowser's Minion is the side mode in the Superstar Saga remake. Okay, that's why I've never heard of it, because I have not actually looked into Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. A lot of games I don't look into because it's like, wait, please, 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 do the funny, do the funny, no! I don't know, if I can't really afford to buy several video games, and if I don't buy it, I don't really want to learn the story in case I decide to get it down the road. They're better than the main modes? Hmm. I might watch a YouTube series on it then. But as I think the Koopalings, it's really hard to define what game they're the worst in, because games like New Super Mario Bros. Don't give them much personality, especially because those games have very little dialogue or story. I know they're in Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, but I've never really taken the time to learn the story that well. Well, you do have me thinking, because I I just said that I don't really buy a lot of games, and I don't want to learn the stories if I'm not going to buy it. But I'm more likely to buy a new game that I've never played than something to get a side mode. So I think it's worth just watching the series and not feel like maybe I'll go back and get it. Mario U, because that's when they started feeling overused. I mean, definitely each one having their own airship was a very strange thing that was almost like them just shoving the Koopalings in our face. Take control, and we just need to maintain this for a bit. Ah, I'm dead. Teammates clutch out? Yeah, teammates clutch, let's go! That arrow spray! Shout out to that arrow spray! As bad as the Koopalings are, I don't think that they're the worst characters. Like, worst Mario characters. They're mostly badly used, but I'm trying to think of what Mario character would earn the reputation as the worst. Maybe. I'm trying not to think of like one-off Mario characters or anything like that. And I think characters like Toads have been overused before, but they're mostly used right. Like they have their role. I know the redemption of Mario RPG by Thrilling Duck. I'll look. I'll have to make my own note. Look at that. My thought for who I would watch would be like Zach Scott Games or something, just someone that doesn't really do much. Like he focuses on the gameplay a lot, and he keeps it family friendly. I haven't watched him in a while though. Oh jeez. Here we go. Please, please, please. Okay. Now, what's longer, the story of the side modes or the story of the main games? I'm just dead. I'm dead. Yep. Surely the main game, because it's just a side mode. Right? Oh, okay. Oh, that was so fast. Dang it. Dead. Main games are longer, but side games have a lot of content packed into them. They also into the main games. Okay. Jeez. What? think Lion King 1.5, have you seen it? I've heard of it. I think I've seen it when I was younger. But probably not anything I'd remember. Side modes even go out of their way to add to the original game story. Oh, that's sick, actually. Hmm. Lion King 1.5 is Lion King from their perspective. This. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, 982,000 out of 1.16. So I'm like around 80%. So Bowser's Jr.'s journey is from Bowser's Jr.'s perspective. So, okay. That's pretty interesting. Alright, I think I'm gonna finish this set. So whenever I either win 3 or lose 2 games, I think after that, I'll probably go and I think that's pretty good. I did only plan on streaming for around 2 hours, and I'm at almost 2.5 hours now. Plus, I need to eat dinner soon. You do keep me occupied. I greatly appreciate you being here every time. And the $2. Here, can I... No, I can't. I don't think. I don't think I would have kept streaming, honestly, after the first 2 times I did it if you weren't here. Because it's really hard to talk to yourself for that long. And it's more engaging to talk to someone else. Alright, triple kill. I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream this year for my birthday. I might stream like around like the weekend of it. I also this is like kind of unrelated, but I thought this was funny. I told Derek about, or no, something was brought up about my channel, and he was like, you know, I bet some people actually probably can guess around how old you are because of your birthday stream, and they probably think you're in college, so they probably think you're like 18 to 22. I'm like, dude, I told them I was 19. They like know exactly how old I am. And he was like, you're just giving away all your details. You basically doxed yourself. Anyways, the most underrated game I've played. I want to say the Great Strike Championship Edition, because that's a really funny game that my dad gave me for my birthday. But I don't know, because typically the games I've played are all reviewed pretty well. So, is it a game I've played or just game I played and liked, or just game I've played? Well, okay, I guess I have to like it if I think it's underrated. But a lot of other people don't like it. So, let me think here. If, I would probably say Origami King, Paper Mario Origami King. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it enough to 100% the game, but I think that genuinely the Paper Mario Origami King and Color Splash both heavily overhated and underrated. You think it was fairly easy to tell I was college age? I mean, a lot of people will say that. Like, they think, oh, it was pretty obvious to me that you were this after it was revealed. Like, now that you know. But I'm sure a lot of people probably assumed, especially because I did make a community post that was like, said I graduated high school. And that was probably a good takeaway that I was around 17 to 18. I think the only part that was like, you couldn't really figure out before the stream was exactly my age. You could kind of get a general idea, but you couldn't say, okay, he's turning 19 or 20 now on November 3rd. Alright. Hold on, give me 1 second, I'll catch up on your messages. Okay. The most underrated game you've played is Metroid Prime Federation Force. It's hated, but you'll defend it forever. The game is underrated. So I've never played Metroid, so from what I've heard, Metroid is, in general, just kind of a overhated series. I don't hate it, I've just never felt the want to play it. I wish I didn't grab the pool. And then to 100% Origami King, you can't use any of the badges, and you can't ever get a game over. Wait, what badges? I don't remember the badges. I do remember Origami King to me was kind of slow to begin with, though. I think it took me as much time to beat the red ribbon as it did the rest of the game. Not like in game, but like I think it took me probably a month to beat the red ribbon because I just was not motivated. And then once I got past that, I was like, ooh, this is really good. I want to keep going. The battle system for Origami King was definitely not good, but I don't think that makes the game anywhere near as hated as it is. Like Color Splash. I think that Color Splash didn't have the best battle mechanic picked up from Sticker Star. I think Sticker Star came first. And that makes it hated, but I think that if you look past the battle mechanic, even though it is an important part, I don't think it's enough to ruin it. The badges add more time, do the superficious stuff like make the confetti cherry. Wait, so is that like when you pay the toads? Can you also not pay the toads to do that? Ah. Also, isn't that 102%ing Paper Mario the Origami King? Ah, that's game. No. Okay, I need to clutch up here. It also brings up the question of who is the best ally in the Paper Mario games. Huey, definitely Huey. Uh, See, the only one that I cannot stand. Hold on, let me double check that I'm getting the name right. Yeah, the only one I could not stand was Twink in the original Paper Mario. Twink was Twink was not like when I watched through Paper Mario. Yeah, no, it wasn't the best name, but it could have been a lot worse. Have you ever seen that video that's like 15 years old and it's like how to get edge brownies every single time for edge lovers? I think Olivia was good too as an ally. That's another. I'm just like diving deeper and deeper into the Paper Mario lore, but that's another like kind of thing people hated about the newer games was that the allies kind of got replaced. Like instead of having the permanent partners that you could swap between that had different purposes, it was just like one continuous person, and maybe sometimes a Mario character would tag along. But I thought that that was fine how they went with it. Like Super Paper Mario had both. Because it had the Spritzy? Or no, I think that's a Pokemon. Could have been Peaches? Is that what it could have been? I lost my train of thought. Anyways, so Super Paper Mario, I think it had both, and I don't think it was awful at trying to do both, but I definitely think it's a lot harder than if you just did it one way or the other. They're animals for liking the edge pieces. Okay, so I'm guessing Color Splash is your favorite Paper Mario game, right? So which one's your least? Can you rank the Paper Mario games from favorite to least favorite if you know all of them? Because I'm curious. Oh, how'd we lose? All right, from worst to best, Super, The Thousand Year Door, Sticker Star, Origami Kings, Color Splash. I haven't played the first game. Okay, so for me, I've seen the first game. I haven't played or seen anything with The Thousand Year Door. And I know very little about Sticker Star but I do know the general kind of storyline of it, and I think that game has the um messiest story. So for me, it's Sticker Star, then the original, then probably Color Splash, Super Paper Mario, and then Origami King. Ugh. Dang, almost 3 hours. This was supposed to be a short stream. Oh wait, let's see how far I went with it. So that's the ending. $986,515 minus. Let's see what was the starting? 951,320. So I increased by over 35,000. And then I have a 173,485 more to go. So, what can I say I'm a fan favorite? You definitely are. You are one of my favorite viewers. I don't have a exact favorite. I said I was below average. Well, what am I above average at? Like my weapon? Okay. I was gonna say, if you're saying like I'm good at my weapon, it's just like most of these weapons I've played very little of. Like I have 1 star, 1 star. Either 1 star or I pretty much have not played it. Oh, 2 stars. I think I have one weapon that has 3 stars. Yep. Wait, what? There's the 3 star. Okay. I think that's the only one I have above 2 stars, other than my main. Yeah. Every other weapon is pretty much 1 star or nothing. Well, saying you're good at your weapon is one way to put it. I think I know what you mean. Alright. I gotta go eat, and I'm gonna call it for a night. Thank you for being here. I don't know when I'll stream again.
but it's probably going to be sometime you're free. Have a good night. Go switch the milk.